We've got the Harbor Freight ICON T8 and the T10. I bet you're wondering what the differences are. Stay tuned and we'll find out.
Hey everyone, this is Tom with Fresh Vintage Garage.
This is Jay.
We are here chatting about not just one, but two ICON scan tools from Harbor Freight. They didn't really sponsor the video, but they kind of did because they sent us both of these. So big shout out to Harbor Freight for sponsoring the video here. Jay, feel free to jump in any point. We're just going to chat about our personal experiences. I might remember things that Jay doesn't, vice versa. So we just wanted to touch on a few things, some things we like, some things are kind of like question marks in our mind, and yeah, just chat about it. Because if you're interested in potentially buying one of these, it's helpful to see some of the differences, some of our personal experiences with them. But
yeah, some of the we'll kind of jump into the high level main differences. One of them, as you can see, the T10 is sitting in a charging docking station. And this is a quick charger. So in between using it, say you just finished testing a car, you throw it on the dock real quick on your toolbox, and it's got nice gripper on it, so it's not sliding everywhere. And what it's I think you plug in to charge it, and the other side is for maybe charging your phone or
yeah, there's a USB-A and a USB-C.
You can charge the T8 if you get both.
That's true. That's a good point. You get a BOGO, right?
So the T10 has this, the T8 does not. So that's one of the high level differences. And these are priced very differently. The T8 is, a lot cheaper than the T10. But there's
if you think about if you're a shop owner watching the video, you're probably thinking about this, but maybe you don't need all the bells and whistles that this comes with. This has a 5.5 millimeter camera. It also has a wireless battery starter and charging tester. And if you haven't seen the video on this, definitely check it out because we used it and it works really well. But maybe you don't need all that stuff. Maybe you just need a scan tool to plug into the car to tell you what's going on with it and diagnose it. A great unit here. A lot of features here, but also a lot of the same software and core essential functionality that's in the T8 that you can get with the T10.
So in bigger shops, you can have the T10 as a primary. Like this is your go-to, you got the hard to diagnose car. Let's grab the T10, and 3 bays down, a check engine light comes in. Well, have them grab the T8.
Yeah, these are great tools for, your primary and then your backup. They are running the same software. I believe it's a version of Android 10. It's very unlocked. It's so unlocked that there's Google Play right there, and then there is YouTube right there. So really cool to see the openness of the actual software on both of these. Something else just wanted to shout out, not that you need it, but it's a cool feature to have. They both have cameras. These aren't 4K cameras. You're not shooting a video or a movie with them or anything. But if you wanted to just come in, grab a photo, take a nice photo of the T10 there. Boom, there it is. And I got a nice blurry photo because I moved too fast. But yeah, they both have cameras on them in case you wanted to send your customer an actual photo or video of that thing that their car is doing, kind of, so to speak.
And something exciting is, you see it on here, the T10, the TrueFix is coming to the T8 also. So we will have a video on the TrueFix so you can kind of see the ins and outs of what is that and why do I need it. So that'll be free with the T10 and subscription with the T8, I believe.
I believe so, yeah.
I think a year for this one. Now it's on here, but if you click on it, it doesn't go anywhere because it hasn't been released yet. But by the time this video launches, it'll be out there.
Our assumption is, just like Jay said, I'm assuming a firmware software update will put that basic same setup and layout here and move that diagnostic button up. But
one more obvious the T10 is a 10-inch screen, 10.1 is it? And the T8 is an 8-inch screen, so you can compare them so you can see the difference. It's amazing 2 inches is that much of a difference, but
yeah, it does make a big difference.
Scheme of scan tools and stuff like that, it is a big difference.
Now, we will say this isn't all like rosy, happy, joy-go-lucky. Just some commentary. When we first got this guy, the software was pretty brand new, and I just make this note for the techie people watching this video. Their software has gone from, you know, decent to very good. Like this, you can tell they've put a lot of time and effort into smoothing and making this more streamlined and much faster. This wasn't buggy. It wasn't a bad unit. It was just as a software, as a tech person, I could see the amount of, like, dare I use the word glitchy, but it has markedly gotten better in the actual T10 unit.
Yeah, I agree. They have put a lot. What is it? 8 months between the two, almost.
Yeah, I mean, just to put a timestamp on it, this was very beginning of 2024. I want to say January-ish, and this is coming out in August 2024. So they've had several months to just polish and finish the software. And that makes a big deal because, as I point to the camera here, we're recording on an iPhone 15 Pro. Their software is exquisite. You know, you never really have a problem with an iPhone, so to speak. But bravo to Harbor Freight for actually building and finishing that software to what actually feels like a much more seamless interaction versus our very first time plugging this into a car.
I don't know why it took us so long, but probably the best thing that this one has is topology.
Oh, yeah.
So,
completely forgot about topology.
Last but not least, topology, and that is a very, I'll call it neat, because it's very interesting, very easy to use, and quickly links to TrueFix and other things. So that's a big thing for the T10. So.
Yeah, folks who already know what topology is, you can just kind of ignore me talking for the next 10 seconds. But if you've never heard of topology, it's definitely an excellent visual for the customer. You can actually just go through each system versus just a big old list of things like, I don't know what any of this is, but to give that visual and be able to show a customer, maybe a brand new tech who's never seen a scan tool in action or something like that. Really, really nice feature to have, and it's exclusive to the T10 unit. What do you think? You want to show them the cases here?
Yep, and while we're doing that, we're not going to show us using them on cars because we have full in-depth videos on each. The T8 is already live, and the T10 will be live by the time you see this video. So make sure you click on the links in the description. Pretty basic in here. Your Bluetooth dongle, charging cord, and this plugs to the Bluetooth dongle, and this is if you want to have a wired connection. So
yeah, there's actually a trying to find the name of it. I apologize. DOIP. So I believe that other cable is for DOIP, and this just fell out of the end of the actual plug there. We have a stack of those off camera. We've reviewed so many scan tools, but let me grab the T10 here. We'll show you. So obviously the T10, this is the big dog. This is the one the shop owner, they're going to be interested in checking out, especially if you want these accessories, you don't already have them. It's kind of, I don't say odd, but it's kind of an interesting choice they made here. The foam is sitting here. A lot of these actual cases have the foam in here, and then it's like press fit in there, but we understand why they did it. So your T10 fits in here, and then these are actually really, really handy. This is the wireless battery starter and charging, system tester, and it's Bluetooth. So we actually check out the T10 video because we put these on the battery, and then we sat in the car and did the test, and we got a clean bill of health from the battery. So really cool to see how well these work. Very, very seamless.
And I was messing with Tom earlier. I told him those were Bluetooth jumper cables.
Bluetooth. Yep.
I think he bought it for a second, but
for a few seconds, yeah. It's like you see a lightning bolt. You push the button on there, and the lightning bolt jumps from there to these. But looking at this, there's the USB charger, USB-C type charger, I'm sorry. And then the 5.5 millimeter camera is right here. And this is really nice because there's a cover on the end of it there so we don't ding it up or damage it. But this actually has a button for like triggering photo or triggering like starting and stopping video if you're recording with the camera. And then it also has a different brightness button there so you can actually do like 2 different brightnesses and then turn the actual lights off on the end of this. Really cool feature to have, and it plugs in with a USB type A there. Let me just plug this back in here. And then looking at the bottom, we have where the cradle goes. So here is the cradle spot, and we'll just do this for just a moment. The cradle goes right there, and you can see the T10 sitting on the cradle, but then your Bluetooth actual OBD2 connectors right here. It's very similar to the T8, and then your DOIP here as well. So nice case. Obviously, there's more bells and whistles, more things in here, but you're obviously getting the core essentials of what you need, minus the actual battery wireless tester and the camera in this here. Let me just go ahead and get this off the table, and we'll wrap up the video. So, Jay, if you had to buy one, which one would you choose there?
Well, I've got deep pockets, so I'm getting the T10. Just kidding.
So he's the one to ask for money. So
yeah.
But and on the flip side of that, you know, maybe I'm going to dispense with all the other frivolities, so to speak, in my mind. I want to save money, and I don't quote me on this, but if Harbor Freight has a 20% off coupon sale, I'm not sure if that plays into these, but I think I've read online where people were getting discounts on these. So look at the retail price and then check your coupon because it may qualify, but. They're both decent units. One other thing we did not mention is we do have the little pointer here. Nice feature on the back there, so you're not smudging up the screen. But these screens are very touch responsive. They're very nice.
And both of these go along well with their ICON line of, say, hand tools and toolboxes. And these are made for commercial use and heavy DIY.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to drop it on the floor, but I have no worry that if I did, it would be fine. It wouldn't be broken. So we've used them enough and we banged them around enough that if something would have broke, it would have done it by now, short of us throwing it against a wall or something like that. But overall, really, solid units. The question we have for you is, are you going to buy one? Are you thinking about buying one? Which one are you going to buy? Or maybe are you not going to buy one? Leave us a comment. Why are you not buying one? Do you not like them? Why don't you like them? We want to hear your thoughts on either of these. And we commend Harbor Freight for venturing down this road because it's definitely a bold move. It's definitely something that they're trying to up their ICON game. And if you haven't checked out their ICON tools at your local Harbor Freight store, definitely give them a once over. Go take a look at them and touch them and see if they're a right fit for your toolbox.
Yeah, and it's definitely not your father's Harbor Freight.
Yeah, Jay has such a great lineup because he came up with that, and I'm like, you are so right, because we all have in our head an idea of what Harbor Freight is, and that's not what is sitting here. So if you are still scoffing at the idea of ICON being something decent, definitely check out your local Harbor Freight. You would be very, very impressed, and do yourself a favor to see the quality and the level of build and R&D that Harbor Freight is actually putting into this series. So wrapping up the video, we appreciate you watching. Please like and subscribe. If you haven't seen the video on either one of these, definitely check them out. We'll leave the links for both of these in the description of the video you're watching right now. But with that, if you like scan tools, if you like shop equipment, if you like keeping your cars certified fresh and on the road, Fresh Vintage Garage is your channel.
Like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.